Welcome in, my beautiful Scorpio friends. How are you? I am so happy and thankful to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria. All right, everyone, buckle up your seatbelts because we are about to hit a wave of energy that is going to shake things up. This is November the 18th. We have Mercury retrograde moving from the sign of Sagittarius into the sign of Scorpio. This is going to affect how we communicate, how we interact with each other, and how we express ourselves. There could be mix-ups here, delays, or miscommunication. Okay, so Spirit wants you to be aware of this energy that's going to be floating around. There may be experiences of revisiting things and then a revealing of the truth somewhere and then a releasing. Okay, so I wanted to pull some cards today to see what it is your soul needs to hear as we move through this energy. This is an energy you can't outrun. It's something that you're meant to face because there's some truth that is coming out from this. So let's get into it and see what your soul needs to hear today. All right, Scorpio, let's call in Spirit to open up this space and see what it is your soul is meant to hear today. So we are going to first start with a spirit animal card. So this spirit animal is coming forward for you today as your protector and as your ally. Okay, as you're moving through these retrogrades. So we've got the hippopotamus. Have you seen one recently? Maybe heard of one? If not, you're seeing one now on your screen. So this is going to be your sign through these retrogrades. It is bringing you a message about exploration. So if you have become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. Okay, it's time to explore and discover something. So once again, if you have become bored with your life, Scorpio, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. So that is your message from the hippopotamus. And this is going to be a superpower, your exploration abilities. So let's pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through. So we are getting for you is the Queen of Wands. So look at that, my friends. This is a divine feminine energy. They want you to direct your power where it's important. Okay, because sometimes we waste our energy doing things that really don't benefit us or are for our highest good. So they want you to be very picky with where you are directing your energy at this time. So that is the Queen of Wands. We also have the Four of Wands, celebration, togetherness, connection, community, family, joy, and excitement. All of this is here for you already. They want you to look for this in your life. So that is the Four of Wands. And we have the Eight of Cups. You're also going through a process of releasing, letting go, and moving past any outdated energies, any kind of outdated frequencies. You're stepping into a new timeline, and this is going to be you letting go of heavy weight, things that you have been carrying. This is you ultimately taking your power back, Scorpio. Okay, so that's the Eight of Cups. Now, I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. And that is my favorite part, Scorpio, is when you share with me how these cards connect with you, how they show up in your life, and how you resonate with this tarot reading. So share with me in the comment section below. I also want you to pay attention to these angel numbers. So we have the number 13, the number 4, and the number 8. You might be seeing these numbers individually or as a part of a sequence somewhere. This is a confirmation, a sign that you are definitely connected to this retrograde, this message, and this reading, okay? So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. So we have the Queen of Wands. They really want you to focus on your energy and the way that you are outputting it in your reality with the connections that you have. With this Mercury retrograde being in your sign, Scorpio, there's going to be, interference with your communication with others, the way that you interact with others, the way you express yourself and how people express themselves to you, and the exchanging of information. There is going to be a little bit of turbulence here. So they want you to be very intentional on how you direct your energy and how you react to some of the things that are happening to you externally through other people. Okay, you want to nurture yourself and you want to keep your healthy boundaries up. They don't want you to focus on, the negative things that are happening or the things that are triggering you or people's reactions. They're encouraging you to stay grounded as you're moving through this retrograde energy over the month of November and December. It's not going to be intense the whole entire time, because this retrograde is also bringing in the energy of creativity, the energy of abundance, growth, and expansion. Okay, so it's up to us which one we want to tune into. Do we want to worry and stress and react to everything that is happening to us or things that are out of our control? Or are we focusing on the happiness, the joy? Because that is also there, right? So they want you to, they're actually encouraging you to create an energy around you through the people that you connect with. Choose to connect with right now. I'm seeing some of you leaving relationships behind. This could be one person. This could be a community, right? Maybe it's just not in alignment with you. You are growing and evolving, not only as a human being, but as a soul. Whatever's happening in your life right now, especially the challenges, the little hiccups, are a part of your soul's evolution. And you have an opportunity right now, Scorpio, to stay grounded and centered and connected to your own frequency and vibration as you're moving through all the things that are happening in your life. So whenever I know and I'm aware of Mercury retrograde or any kind of retrogrades, I immediately create a meditation for myself to do in the morning before I get out of bed, right? I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to ground myself and I'm going to say to myself that I'm going to stay positive, at peace, right? I'm setting that intention because now I know that if things were to, go sideways, at least I can keep myself calm in it because that's the intention I've set. And it works for me every time, especially through Mercury retrogrades, right? And I always find myself to be way more creative at this time. So some of you are also going to feel very creative, full of ideas, wanting to explore. And this is where you're going to discover a lot, especially about yourself, Scorpio. Okay, so don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and direct your energy somewhere that is different than what you're doing now. And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind about something either. Sometimes we're like, oh, but I've been doing this thing this whole time, but now I feel I need to shift it in a different way just to see. It's okay to do that, right? So yeah, you're in this powerful position right now to change things, adjust things, or course correct. And I'm seeing you in the center of your life right now, like center stage, where I feel I'm seeing you on a stage with a spotlight. So that might mean something for someone out there. What I'm seeing here is Spirit actually putting the spotlight on you because you are meant to be your prime focus through these retrogrades. Meaning you have to take care of yourself, your physical body, your mind, your spirit. This is you nurturing your soul, your body, so that way you can create this beautiful experience you're desiring to have or have been creating, right? So, is there anything that's been bothering you recently on your physical body? Maybe there's been an ache and a pain that you've ignored, something that you've kind of been putting on the back burner. These are little things that you are meant to tend to right now. Okay, so just practical matters, and maybe there is a relationship that isn't doing the best right now, and you have this unbelievable power, Scorpio, to calm things down because you naturally also have a very calm state. Sometimes we disconnect from that because of the things that are happening, and when we become aware that we're floating around in the noise, we have to redirect ourselves back to ourselves. So you are ultimately taking your power back through these retrogrades in some way. And there is so much abundance and growth coming into your life. You are actually going through a transition is what Spirit is saying, right? A transition into a new timeline. We are constantly moving through many kind of energies, different timelines all at once. And we can work on staying in a certain frequency and vibration from staying connected to ourselves and guiding ourselves through, you know, all the experiences we're having. Everything hits us all at once sometimes, right? This is what this retrograde feels like for some. So what I want to do is talk about this Eight of Cups before the Four of Wands, because this seems to be really strong, right? You're moving into a new timeline, a new experience, something that has been calling you for a while. And this is why it's important to keep yourself grounded and centered and direct your energy where it's important. Have a clear vision of where, you know, having a game plan, like, okay, this next 2 months, I'm going to work on these things. I'm going to have a schedule for it, and I'm going to stay dedicated to it. I'm seeing mastery coming in. So there's celebration around something that you're going to master. This might be mastering your emotions, learning on managing them so you're not reacting. I'm definitely getting the energy of anger coming through. Someone's angry out there. Maybe something happened or something didn't happen and it's making you mad. It is like a fire burning. So I'm definitely seeing a fire blazing right now. And that in itself could mean something for you. It might not be an actual, you know, fire in you. It might be a fire outside externally, or it's fire elements, right? So, and I feel that you are meant to burn away what no longer serves your higher purpose, your higher path. There's something here that you know is leaving you, and you are feeling like you also have to leave it. This could be a habit, a pattern, a person, a career, a project. Like, this could be anything. But you've been feeling it deep down inside, and I feel some of you have been battling with something. This could be thoughts. This could be a belief. This is something that you're having a hard time letting go of. It feels like when you let go of it, it comes back in a different form, or it just comes back and you're back in it. So I feel now is the time for you to really, it may feel more intense to let go of whatever this is. Whenever I feel that something is more intense, you know, I'm going to give you an example of gummy bears, my sugar addiction, right? I've released that sugar addiction. So now when I do have gummy bears, I have them in moderation and I don't eat them every single day anymore. But I remember when I was trying to create this frequency and vibration, the minute I was getting really good at it, I felt like I needed to eat like a bunch of different candies all at once in one sitting. So that's an intense energy that's coming back. And I was like, no, I'm not going to give in to this feeling, because I know it's that sticky energy that's going to pull me back in. So this is how I'm seeing this Eight of Cups for some of you, that intensity that comes in before it's finally released and you're able to now adjust to that new energy. This is also your emotions that are kind of on a roller coaster, or these are emotions of others that are on a roller coaster. Of course, this happens with this Mercury retrograde, right? Things that are deep within us are surfacing, things that we have to face that we don't want to face. And Spirit is also mirroring something back to you about yourself. And I feel you're recognizing it and it doesn't feel good, or there's an awareness like, oh my gosh, I think I'm like this too. I have to work on not being that way because I don't like what I'm seeing here, right? So there's these kinds of things that are happening for some of you out there. And maybe there is something that left your life recently. Maybe you watched a movie or a TV show where something left, like this theme is in the air. And these are just signs that Spirit is bringing into your life that there is some sort of an old energy that is fading away and you're stepping into this like fresh new energy. There's so much to explore here. You know, we all grow and we change. Everything here in this world, this earthly realm, is temporary, right? So all we're doing is passing through the experience here on earth. We're not stopping. Sometimes we're meant to stop and pause, reflect, see how far we've come, make course corrections. But this is more about you just continuing to move and not going backwards this way or that way, right? Staying steady as we're moving through our life's experiences. I'm getting independence here. I'm seeing someone that is walking away from a commitment that you made that no longer fits with who you are, right? So I feel you've been in some place, some energy, some sort of a cycle, probably for the last 8 to 10 years is what I'm seeing here with numbers, timing. And it's now completing. That cycle is completing for you, right? So I feel you are meant to surrender to the experience, the adjustment as this change is taking place. And what's leaving, let it leave. Rather than trying to hold on to it, try to force it or control it in some way, just let it go. Let it be. And I'm hearing the song from the movie Frozen, Let It Go. So maybe you saw that movie recently, but maybe you're listening to that song. Maybe your child was listening to it, right? But I'm getting that movie, that song coming in. And I think it's Mel Robbins that has the book that she wrote that says, Let Them. This is also giving me the vibe of let them, right? And you just doing what it is that you need to do, you desire to do without what other people think, because let them think whatever they want. So this is the Eight of Cups here for you. This is ultimately you taking your power back where you've lost it. And look at all this celebration. Look at this happiness and joy here. This is togetherness, where we celebrate together a win, a goal, a milestone. So I'm seeing some of you connecting with others. This could be family members. This could be you finally resolving a problem, an issue between a relationship, and now there's celebration around it, and things are back into the energy of abundance, happiness, and peace, right? It is maybe you getting a promotion at work, right? Remember that these Mercury retrogrades are also elevating us. So we're going to experience a lot over the next 2 months here, everyone. So stay grounded, stay centered, and stay strong through it. You're going to receive invitations. This could be to a party. This could be Christmas related, right? But there's something coming in where you get to enjoy, let the weight down, and immerse yourself in an experience that has to do with celebration. Life is a celebration, and Spirit wants you to treat it as such, my friends. You know, sometimes we are in a downer mood, and that downer mood can be sticky and it stays, and it's because we are so connected or attached to the emotions of the past that we're not able to let them go, and sometimes we unintentionally carry it. We don't even realize that we're carrying it until we do, and then we get to make a choice there of whether we want to continue carrying it or release it and let it go and not let it bother us anymore, not focus our energy there. So yeah, this is you taking your power back and using it for good. Now, manifestations, the number 4 here in this card is the frequency of manifestations. And these manifestations unfold in our life through the actions that we take. So you want to be very intentional with the actions that you are taking, and also intentional on who you work with and the kind of energy or people that you surround yourself with at this time. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are connected to people that are uplifting your energy, and that's the vibe, that's the frequency that you're hanging out in. Your environment. You have the power to actually create a different vibe. You know, at any time I can change my set to whatever I want. And in fact, I've actually changed it a few times slightly, but I love this theme. This is me. This is my soul's expression. So they're connecting you to your soul's expression and unleashing that in the world and painting your world whatever color you want. They're giving you a blank canvas is what they're showing me. They're showing me somebody that is standing in front of a blank canvas. They got a bunch of paint colors and they're being asked what they like to paint. Right? So I love painting, by the way. I've gone to a painting place in a pub where they have a teacher and everyone's got like wine and you're sitting and painting what the teacher's showing you. It's super fun. And it's with people, so it's the same kind of vibration and frequency. So maybe someone invited you to go paint somewhere or do something artistic or creative. Courses and things like that. I'm seeing celebration once you've hit a goal. So maybe you passed a course, completed some sort of a workshop, or finished a book that took you a while to read. And now you're on to the next book or the next chapter of something, right? This is what this feels like. The finality, the completion before the next chapter. So this is also, I don't know if any of you are writing a book. You know, when you write a book, you then send it to an editor. That's the next step. So I feel that you've reached the one step and you're moving on to the next one somewhere in your life. I'm also getting weddings, childbirth here as well. So celebration, like a lot of things to be excited about. They want you to follow what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart smile, the things that make you feel good, happy to be alive. Look for those in your life. And I know there's some of you out there that are going to say, well, I don't have that in my life. I don't see it. Well, it's also there. It's just we have to shift the lens we're looking through. Our mindset is very important on how we look at our world. Now, I do have 2 mindset ebooks. The first one is the 14-day mindset challenge ebook, and the other one is the 60-day soul commitment challenge. You can find them in the description box below. It's everything that I do in my life that I wanted to share with you through these ebooks. It allows me to do what I'm doing here in front of you, right? So yeah, your mindset, the way that you emit your energy, the way that you organize you, the way that you are able to manage you, right? This is what I'm feeling with this card right now. How are you managing yourself, Scorpio? You know, yeah, this is what they're sharing. Like you have a boss energy about you. And maybe you haven't used that power recently and they want you to tap into it and unleash it in the world. There's something that you're meant to do here. I don't know what this is. You're going to have to share with me what that is, Scorpio. So we have your angels and ancestors now coming forward. So you have a lot of support at this time as you're going through these retrogrades. So let's see who is coming forward and what their message is for you. So we have the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. So I feel this is connecting to the 8 of Cups, right? The reflection from the water. So take time to reflect. And some of you might be resonating with the image. There's a mirror. So mirrors are going to come in as signs for you. And maybe there's somebody in your life that resembles the woman on this card. An earth angel. So Mirror Guardian. And we are getting here. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts, Scorpio. Angels accept you just the way that you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem, highest regard. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those as aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know when you give yourself credit, others will be able to do that as well for you. So look at that. That is your message from the Mirror Guardian. So yeah, some of you might be seeing someone wearing like a blue colored outfit like this. And I'm getting premonitions, dreams, seer energy. Some of you might be gaining foresight or, you know, being very clear recently. It's almost like all of a sudden you're very clear. You know what it is that you have to do and you're doing it. You're making intentional decisions and choices, right? So stay tuned into that energy here, everyone. Take advantage of it. So we are going to now close and seal your reading off with an angel number. So we are getting 555. You are moving through the changing of cycles in your life. So the message here is you are going through the motions. There's a transition at hand. Things might be a little bit chaotic. There are endings happening. There's also a rebuilding and adventure. exploration here. Now, some of you might be resonating with the image of this card. Perhaps you're seeing someone that resembles the angel on this card. This just confirms that you are in the presence of earth angels. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. Hey everyone, guess what? My sister-in-law Katomi has done it again. We have this beautiful magic intention box available now. We've only got a limited supply of these boxes. We are so excited to unbox this for you today. So Katomi, share with us what all of these are in the box. So I'm going to pull this out. We've got this beautiful little bracelet. So share with us what that is.
This is manifestation bracelet. It will help you go through it next year.
So next year we are entering the year of the fire horse. So that's the theme of this box. And here, what do we have?
This is a purifying salt.
Purifying salt.
Yes.
And then we also have a little gift and more little goodies in here. We've got instructions on how to use this box. And Katomi has put together this beautiful magic intention candle here as well. So it comes with a stone that is consecrated after you light this candle, and you can actually carry this stone around with you. The candles do come in a variety of colors, and it's a surprise what color you actually get. And we're super excited about this, so make sure that you secure yours today before they're all gone, because Katomi sells out really quick. Last year they were gone and we got tons of emails for more, so make sure you grab them now while you can.